Well, hey y'all, it's Brian SLC Farms. Well, another day on the farm. Got a few things on the agenda to do today. Gonna start out the morning with unloading some orchard grass round bales here. Gonna throw them in one of the semi vans down there. Then we're gonna probably go mow a little bit of hay until it gets dry enough to start baling some hay. All at the same farm, whatnot. So quite a few things to do, and just see where the video takes us. So hope y'all enjoy, and thanks for watching. All right, guys. Y'all are on the roof of the 5711 Massey Ferguson, which is completely filthy. We're gonna get it fired up, get this hay unloaded real quick. Then we gotta fuel this thing up. I really need to rinse it off real quick. That last hay field that we baled, we got rained out there at the end, and then it's a few mile drive down a gravel road to get towards the farm here, and all I can say is that it coated these tractors, both of them, just in this gray gravel dust everywhere. I've got front fenders for this tractor, but I took them off. With a lot of the things I do, I end up stepping on that front tire a lot of times, climbing in and out of these trailers, unloading bundles, and the fenders made it where I couldn't step on that front tire. So I just, even though they would keep some of that crap off the tractor, they didn't really help me in other situations. So this is 14 orchard grass round bales we picked up from a neighbor, and we will have these rebaled, put into squares for some of our alpaca customers and other people that want straight orchard grass. So y'all seen me empty vans. Now y'all are getting to see how I fill a van. It's pretty simple. I just stack the round bales like cans. That's where these 4-pronged spears, they really do shine. From picking up bundles, large square bales, 2 round bales, they act as forks. I've used grapples, I've used a squeeze now, and I still just don't know that anything really compares to the 4-pronged hay spear. And if the spears are the right size and placed properly, they just really do work well. I've got 2 of the ones that are on the front of this tractor and one of a different brand, and I do not like the different brand one near as good as these. The spacing on the tines isn't quite the same, and the spears are fatter, so they don't spear in as good. But I believe these here bales came out of a New Holland baler. I didn't check these, but last year when I got some from him, his weighed probably about 100 pounds lighter than mine, and are about 8 inches bigger. So don't let bale size fool you, folks. Alright, we're gonna hammer down, get this unloaded, and then like I say, I need fuel, a good rinse on the tractor at least so we can see out of the dang windows, hook up the baler, hook up the hay rake to a pickup because it's got to go to the field, and then we're going to take off to the field and mow some hay until we start baling. And then probably when I'm done baling, I'll keep mowing hay. But I'm getting it knocked out. We're close to being done with this field. I've probably got another 50 or so acres left to cut there. 50 to 60 acres, something like that. I'm just hoping that y'all can see what the heck I'm doing from where I've got you mounted. Because if not, this will be a lot of y'all looking at the sky. Guess I should have checked that first and listened to me talk. I just put them on two at a time. The loading dock will be nice. I could get more on each semi-van. I could stagger the bales back and forth. But once they get up towards the front, they'll kind of stagger themselves. Usually those are 48-foot vans. Usually I can get somewhere around 28 of my round bales on there, 24 to 26 of these, something like that. So, all right, we're gonna hammer down, get it knocked out. All right, hay unloaded. Took about 12 minutes in total. Not too shabby. Let's go grab the baler. And then we're going to take a hose to this thing real quick and the outside of the baler. Get them rinsed down. And we're going to hook up the rake and head to the hay field. So, see y'all once we get everything hooked up. All right, y'all, we made it out here to the farm. Brought the old yellow truck toting the rake. Already got it unhitched. So we got a collection of equipment going on out here. Got the skid steer, Kubota, tedder. So all this stuff right here in front of us that we're walking up to, this is ryegrass. And with that whole month of May being rain, we kind of lost this stuff. It was actually on its way out when we cut it, but It honestly still looks okay. It got a little mature, but it's really not too strawy or anything like that. It's still pretty soft. So we think it's not going to be as high in protein, but for some of our horse customers that need a lower protein forage, just some roughage type material, this will still be good for that. A good source of fiber and whatnot. And you never know, it still might test out pretty well actually. We'll have to just see what it says when we send it off. Well, we've got about 15 acres here, and then there's a little terrace, and then there's another 10 acres on the other side of this hill right here, and another little patch right over here. But I've still got more to mow here as well. So my first step is going to be to go ahead and get the rake hooked up, so that way I'm ready to go when Country Gal gets here. This hay's ready to start baling. And then once I get the rake hooked up, I'm gonna hop in the John Deere and go mow some hay until she gets here. So, all right, let me get these things swapped around and we'll be in the mower shortly. All right, we are on the mower. Well, y'all are outside the mower. We're gonna see how this goes with y'all up there and me in here on the mic. Got a tree limb here that really needs to be cut out of the way. So it is currently June 11th. We're a little behind. Some of the stuff we're currently now cutting will be essentially used as cattle feed. We've got some weeds and Johnson grass and whatnot starting to pop up, but otherwise the grass itself still looks really good. So all the rain that we had in May really put us behind. We would have been done with all of our first cut by now. So we're not far from being done. I hope to finish up this week. I've got to finish mowing here, which is probably another, in total, 50 to 60 acres, somewhere in there, depending on how much of it I cut. And then after here, I have got one more farm. It's only about 17 acres in total. It does not take us long at all to do it. But we've got to get where we're at done first. And we've had some thunderstorms in between. Lots of hay to move and put in the barn. So we've been pretty busy, to say the least. But we're quickly knocking it out. Be careful, there's a stump or two along here. This side here is pretty rough on this farm. The rest of the farm's relatively smooth. Side's a little bounce here. So this is a new farm that we picked up last year. One of my videos, it's not one of my most recent, but one of my earlier spring videos was of us fertilizing this farm. We have fertilized it and limed it. I've got to get in here and spray still. I just haven't had time. And I'm worried now we might get too hot and too dry, but we'll see. I'm hoping to get it sprayed with some Probably like some 2,4-D and Remedy. I can knock out some of the woody material, but in reality, guys, if y'all would have saw this farm last year, it honestly looks 100% better already than it did. I know the little white flower things look like they're everywhere, but this place was loaded up with briars and trees, and just the liming and fertilizing has already helped tremendously, and the lime has barely gotten started. It was put on right at about 2 months ago, and that ag lime takes longer than a couple of months to break down. In fact, I can still see some of it when I'm mowing and raking on the parts we've already done. So currently this farm's got a long way to go, but boy, it sure is better than where we started already. So once I get it sprayed, my hope is to come back in September. I'm wanting to do a couple of orchard grass plots here, maybe a Timothy plot, and then the rest will just get sowed down in some fescue. Last year I sowed a bunch of rye here in hopes to get it cut early and to get some cover on some of the ground that was bare. The rye did its job as far as the cover, just didn't get in here early enough to get it cut. The rest of this place is already kind of mixed grass, and as we go along, my plan is to convert it all to a clean fescue or fescue orchard blend. And then, like I say, the bare spots where I showed in the earlier part of this video with just the ryegrass, I want to do the 115-acre plot in orchard grass, and then the other spots I think I want to do in Timothy. Timothy's not real common for my area, so I'm going to maybe treat it like a row crop and just plan on getting one good spring cut out of it. And if it doesn't make anything after that, so be it. But that's going to be a trial. We'll see how it does. Maybe a flop. Might be the weeds take over it all. So right now, I'll break this up into some sections, but I'm just pretty much getting me an outer round or 3 around everything left to cut over here. Waiting on country gal to get here. I don't know if I'll cut this dam. We're going to make a pass across it, but last year I remember this dam being pretty dang rough, and we might just bush hog it. This is a really beautiful farm. A lot of acreage in one spot. I think if I focus some time and some money just into it, I can make it a really nice producer for us. And we've got a nice long-term lease. And right up the street, this farm's an additional 20 acres. It's bare dirt right now. But again, this fall we hope to get in and clean it up real well, get it sowed down and make it a cow pasture. might get hay for a year or so until I can get it fenced off good and put the cows on it. But that'll give us about 140 acres total, all right here with this landowner. And eventually there might be another 46 acres across the road that we're able to pick up in the future. We'll just have to see what happens there. We've already got some cows there. I'm already sharing it. And eventually it may just become ours if the gentleman doesn't intend to keep it. So I don't want to bore y'all too long since we're doing 3 videos a week now. I'm gonna probably try to keep this short and sweet. So I'm probably gonna end the hay mowing part of this. Y'all see what we're cutting. It's not superb, beautiful hay, but as a lot of folks would say, it's better than a snowball. And I've actually got some customers that this is what they want. They want just a variety of mixed stuff. Weeds have protein too. As long as they're not toxic, you know, it's not the end of the world having a weed or two. And most animals will pick through what they don't want. And I've got a customer base that wants some cheaper hay as well. This won't get rebaled at all. This will just get sold as round rolls. Goats, cows, few horse customers that aren't picky, that are like, my horses eat what my cows eat. But like I said, there's also a lot of good grasses in here as well. So the few weeds don't bother me. And once it's in a bale, I'll be honest, once it dries, those weeds kind of shrink down. And then some of this is like a Japanese stilt grass. It's like in the bamboo family. And this bottom right here, the horses love it. Now right in front of us here, we got some weeds. All sorts of stuff. But like I say, we've got some customers that they would prefer this over the beautiful, clean $90 rolls. They would rather have these $45, $50 rolls. So that's where we're at with that. But as soon as I make it the rest of the way around, I'm going to stop. Run, little rat, run. I'm going to stop recording mowing hay, and then I'll be back with y'all when we're raking and baling. I think I've about got Country Gal convinced to maybe do a little recording for y'all. So if she does do some recording, y'all be sure to leave her some nice comments, because it's not something for everybody, and it takes a lot to have the willpower to want to talk to the camera sometimes and know whether or not, you know, like speaking to an audience, just an audience we don't see. So, yeah, like all this right through here, this is nice and clean hay. Looks pretty good. One or two good applications of some Grazon P&D or 2,4-D in Remedy. And some more fertilizing. We put some granular on this last year too, along with the litter this year. But I think we'll see in the years to come this farm really take shape. Might involve smoothing some of it out to match the rest. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Like I say, usually a good 3 laps around for me, and then I'll start with the back and forths. I think they're more efficient than circles. Alright, well, thanks for watching to this point. We will catch you back when we're in the tractors raking and baling. Alright y'all, Country Gal made it to the field. I've actually got her mic'd up as well, which the microphones will only pick up currently when I've got the camera on. So we'll just see. She's also got a camera. She's also got a camera of her own. So she says, look at there. I can't even multitask. I was getting on her about it. She says that she's not a nice farmer, so we'll see. We'll see what kind of comments she leaves us and whatnot. But we are going to take off here and get started. Here we go. We didn't get a lot of hay cut before she got here, but I got a little bit cut, and once we get done baling, this will take probably 3 or 4 hours, depending on how my filming experts go, whatever, how my filming goes. And as long as we don't have no breakdowns, major issues. I know we're going to change the rolling net wrap. She's already low on net wrap. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I hope to put the drone up in the air, do a little bit of filming with that. So, yeah, we'll get going and see y'all back here in just a little bit. Well, so the baling's starting off right. For some reason, the Massey Ferguson is stuck in range 3 on the transmission and won't come out. She's got faster to be able to bale. So I don't know what we're gonna do there. Hopefully it'll make up its mind on the computer.
It's not moving.
Change gears or something. Who knows? We'll see. Alright, yeah, so the transmission on the Massey for some reason
Good thing
will
it's
shift up
nice and
all through
dry.
range 3. It'll go 3 A, B, C, D. But she cannot get it to downshift. She's like to go into a little bit slower range. Instead of baling at 7 miles an hour. But the false baler can handle it. This area we're in is fairly smooth. And so hopefully the computer just needs to reset itself on there or something like that. Who knows? Fun life of a hay guy. Kind of a new problem there. But I'm glad we're just baling. So we're gonna keep on with it. I'm gonna get back with y'all when we get in the bigger section of the field and we're not cramped up. All right, y'all, we got it all raked up. On this side anyways. Country gal's getting it baled. We cut that tractor off and let it sit for a few minutes, and then the transmission's working right. The lovely world of computers. But at least that's a simple fix. I thought she was stopping because of me. She's full. This rye was laid over real bad. There's a lot of it that the mower didn't cut off. Just because it was laid over, y'all can see here, the mower just wouldn't pick it up. And the rake's picking it up as we go through. It's dusty out here, that's for sure. Should be making another one here in just a second. It did not take long. One of y'all in the comments maybe can time how long that took between one bale to the other. So we're gonna keep after it. Like I say, I've got all this section raked up. Carry y'all over here real quick. Show you what we got left. This farm's got a few terraces on it, but it's only like 3 or so per side, and they're not very bad at all. What we're on here used to be an alfalfa field. The alfalfa died out. I'm wanting to sow it back in orchard grass. But y'all can see we baled that the other day where it's nice and green. We've got this side over here and it wraps on around. Got this hill in our way here. We got this left to bale, probably another 6-7 acres, something like that. Another hour or two, we'll be done. Be an easy day today. On these big fields, I can we can actually do more than about 35, 40 acres a day. We could probably do 50, but not a problem. We got to still get it all moved. I got more hay to cut, so it's not like we're just gonna be, oh, we're done baling, we're done for the day. You gotta get all, I'm betting she's made 150 bales already. We'll probably end up with close to 200 today. And then we gotta get it all moved in, so. We'll catch back up with y'all in just a bit. Well guys, we got everything raked and baled successfully. Made 206 round bales. So far, Country Gal, she's got 2 or 3 more little windrows left to bale. Won't be another couple, 2 or 3 bales. But appreciate y'all following along with us today. I'm gonna go home, eat some supper, come back, jump back in the hay mower and finish this field up. And yeah, got a couple more days to first cut hay and we'll be all finished up and ready to roll right into second. All the stuff we cut in early April, it's ready to go. So, see y'all on the next video. Appreciate you watching.